Hello, everybody. Welcome to Motion RC Live. I'm James alongside Wesley Miller. We are here today for our usual RC coffee talkish type show. We're going to spin the wheel today. We'll tour the community, and we got some new planes. Well, at least some reschemes of some planes and some new planes with the F-16. I mean, the last time you saw us together was beginning of August. We did not announce the F-16 at that point. There were some micros that came out after that show, and then we just had an orange Zeus most recently with a new scheme 80mm Gripen, all of which are on the table. Let's say hi to Wesley, everybody. What's going
Hey,
on,
what's
Wes?
going on, guys? Oh, hey guys, yeah, what's going on? It's been a really exciting couple of weeks here at Motion RC. Been flying a lot of new airplanes as of late. Super excited to see this new scheme on the Griffin and the Zeus. I've seen all of y'all's comments over on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere else that these both have been very well received, and I think a lot of customers are really enjoying these new paint schemes. Uh, they weren't really any changes as far as the actual aircraft. It was just the paint schemes, but like I said, a lot of guys really, really happy over them. The Griffin has been a lot of fun flying it, and I've been really enjoying it. Uh, like I said, the new scheme on it though, really sharp, and you do get those four different schemes actually now in the box, which is pretty cool too. I went with the Hungarian livery on mine, but there's also, I believe it's Switzerland, and I forgot the other two right now off the top of my head, but they're all on the product pages and included in the box. They're water slide decals, so super easy to install and get those going. As far as the Zeus, you can see I have both colors sitting on the table. If you didn't check those videos out, I think they just dropped yesterday, so make sure you go over and see the new videos on the Zeus. But yeah, that orange, super easy to see it, and it's
Yeah.
just really good striking color, and it pops great in the sky, looks good in all the pictures we've done lately. Really, really good looking scheme. So I'm super excited to see it come out and everybody getting them. As far as I know, they are in stock and shipping right now if you go get you an orange juice. And I can't remember, did the Griffin also get here in stock now?
The
Yeah,
Gripen was in stock first. The
yeah,
Gripen
in stock.
actually
Yep,
got here, was in stock Tuesday, right after the Labor Day weekend, and then the orange juice stocked up Thursday night. So,
yep.
you know,
And I
last night,
think the only thing we're still
yesterday at
waiting
some
on is
point.
F-16 now, which, like I said, it's been a great month here at Motion RC. We also got the F-16. Those should be going out to customers really soon too, hopefully. So it's been a lot of fun. Yeah,
Yeah, the F-16 looks great. I mean, watching you got out with it recently on the 8S.
yeah,
Absolutely fantastic, man. I mean, how was that?
yeah. So the 8S system on the F-16 is the same 8S system that comes in the 8S Zeus. All you guys know how good that performed in that aircraft. So getting it over into the 90mm F-16 now is fantastic. Also, the increase in the battery bay size is a huge quality of life change versus the original version of that aircraft for anybody that had one and ran it on ADES. You know, it was pretty cramped in there. Well, now you can easily shift the batteries a solid 2 inches forward and backwards in there. And I was flying it with two 5000 4Ss. So it's really nice to have that extra room in there now to move those batteries back and forth and really hit the feature you want in it. The vertical performance is almost unlimited on it now. Top speed increases a little bit. I would say you probably get another 15 mile an hour out of it, but the thing you really feel is that punch out when you take off, and you can really go just straight vertical with it almost, which is really, really a nice change on that airplane. So been really enjoying it, and I cannot wait for guys to start getting that airplane also.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome, man. That's gonna be awesome. Maybe another flight on it with the. You didn't fly it with the ordnance in the video, right? You were ordnance off. So
I was ordnance off for the 8S flight. We did do a 6S ordnance flight. Might get out again and fly it again. It's just in the mix of everything we're flying here lately. But yeah, I'm sure 8S is going to push around great with all the ordnance on it now. The couple times I have flown it, I've actually flown it with drop tanks on, and that's kind of where my sweet spot is drop tanks and outer wingtip missile. Kind of looks really cool there, and uh, just that perfect blend. It kind of reminds me of like A4. I always fly that one with the drop tanks on. I really like the new F-16 with the drop tanks on too. Just gives you that little more to look at in the sky. Helps with orientation, seeing those two things hanging off the bottom. So kind of cool. But yeah, it pushes it around no problem.
Awesome. Yeah, and the Zeus yesterday. I mean, the orange one is absolutely hot. We hope it's not too much trouble for people though who fly at dusk, like with the orange sky. You might lose it there, so just be very careful. If you're flying with maybe a brush fire in the background, it's going to be hard to see. So definitely want to watch out on that.
I had to take a little dig at it.
Well, it was funny. I put up a short this morning. I cut part of on Monday. You'll see a little fun Wes had. I teased it today with a short. Wes put the blue wings on the orange fuselage and flew it around. It was just funny watching you. I can't see the wings, against the sky.
That's right.
Just looks like a fuselage missile flying through the sky. But no, It's awesome. But again, with the Zeuses, guys, the blue one's not going anywhere. The blue one still exists, still going to have parts, still going to be there. It's just, a second color for a sports jet just made sense. Enough people complained about, the blue. I like the blue. The orange looks great too. So now you just have options, which is awesome. The Gripen, yes, the old one is gone. So they're not going to do that show scheme livery anymore. So this is the only livery you'll get with the 4 stickers in the box, which is great. So again, check the website for the 4 of those. And then everybody who pre-ordered the F-16s, they're going to be here any day. We're right there on. I believe the ETA was 9/7 to 9/10, and we're still on target for that. So that's September 7th to September 10th. So I'm expecting. Monday, Tuesday-ish, those things are going to start probably. By then, those should start happening. Something would have to go dramatically wrong, and it probably will now that I said it. Between now and then, for those not get here, they are, they're in Chicago somewhere, on a train. They're close to the warehouse. So everybody who pre-ordered their F-16s are going to be flying them next weekend for sure. So that will be exciting to look forward to. But yeah, the Zeus was impressive. I got one myself. I was able to put it together. I didn't get out to fly it yet, but it was awesome. It's been a while since I built a free wing model because you've been doing most of them, especially like the newer ones. The last one I think I built was the Cougar, which would have been early last year. The Zeus was such a dramatic shift in the build quality. I was like, whoa. Like, it was funny. I was building it, and I was thinking in my head, Wes, when me and you had a build-off, I'm like, oh, Wes would crush me right now. But, the screws, the whole, the way the fuselage slots together, I'm not messing around with scraping off the foam and the paint to make sure the glue holds together and waiting 20 minutes or 15 minutes. I used to rest the fuselage on top of, just stand it up on its nozzle on all of them to let, that glue, dry and cure. And then you get on to the other things. But this, like, click with the wings right on. I'm like, the screws. I like that they changed them all to hex screws. Or not hex, close enough. Allen screws or whatever.
The 2mm Allen keys.
Back in my day, we used to have to scrape our plane and glue it together.
But it's all one screw, which is great, so you can't get lost. Like, there's only 11 screws, and there's 11 easy spots for them to go. I was super, super impressed. It seemed to jump just in what a year did with how those builds go. So I got a Gripen in the box too. I might put that together myself. And get out with it. Maybe I'll put it in another scheme just to get some pictures of it in a different scheme. That would be pretty as well. But I'm excited for that one too, because the Gripen. I don't know if you guys recently saw what's his name, John Holmes, Two Brothers RC, was out there messing around with his Gripen and was doing some like 1-to-1 power to weight ratio hovers with it, and it just looked awesome. So all
Maybe
around,
you need to grab the thrust vectoring for yours.
Yeah, and I want to get you that. You haven't thrust vectored the Gripen yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have it with the original. Did you have an original Gripen? Do you still have the first Gripen?
I have one now with thrust vectoring on it, but I just hadn't had a chance to go out and fly it.
Oh, gotcha. So that's the one that I probably gave you years ago.
Yep.
That was the one we did for our videos. Okay, so it's still there. But
It's
now you
still
can't
here?
remove that.
No,
If
it's
I'm
glued on.
forgetting, yeah, it's glued. Once you glue it on, you have to make that decision beforehand to do it.
Correct.
But I want to say hi to some people in the chat while we have some time here. Victor, what's going on? Ricardo, I saw Anders in the chat. Mr. Drone just blew up my chat with a bunch of thumbs up. Now I can't read the ones above it. But what's going on, man? Icarus II, Jeff in Lower Alabama, how are you? Kevin, RC Flying Veteran, how are you doing? John Greiko, am I saying that correctly? I think I am. Mock FPV, what's going on? Michael, how are you? Got the Bills this weekend. Michael's a big Bills fan. I know that. Football started last night, Wes. I know you don't care, but I was watching. What's up, Bill? No, Wes has no idea that football started last night.
Nope, no clue.
He could care less about it, but hey, that's all right. That's all right. Trust me, I'm a Giants fan, so football doesn't start for at least 5 more years until we rebuild this thing. But all around, great to see everyone in here. So remember, guys, if you want a chance to spin the wheel a little later in the show, make sure you leave at least one comment in the chat. And you will have a chance to have your name called, and then we'll spin the wheel. I think last week, we gave away $50 last month was 50. First month was 100. So we're going to do that again here coming up shortly. Roll Tide. We got an Alabama fan in the chat. I don't spend too much time with college football.
I did see some guys saying they were going to take the Zeus and make it a UT Zeus and a the Tennessee Zeus. So
oh yeah, it looks like Tennessee Vols. I was saying if you're a New York Mets fan, New York Knicks fan, Denver Broncos fan, you could mix and match them, and you got a perfect one there. I saw. We'll actually see during the custom community. Somebody did an F-20, made their Zeus look like an F-20, like legit, like military scheme on it. Looks really good. Looked really good like that. So that's always a fun. I'm a sucker for that. I like when people take the sport jets and play make believe, and turn them into something military. Like even the Avanti can look cool. Avanti's I love the Zeus way more than the Avanti, just in its shape. I like the more straight lines, less bubble. But even when you put the Avanti in that, in a military scheme, something about it just looks cool. I always thought it would be interesting if they tried to do a fake military scheme as a stock sport jet scheme. But you always see the sport jet schemes turn into, Turn into, wild colors, purples and blues and, just basic colors, something crazy to see in the sky. I think it would be fun if they actually put it in something scale. Would be kind of cool.
I see Anders is asking, does it come with Swedish stickers? I actually have the sticker sheet here. I guess I could just hold it up for a second, guys. Actually,
you don't know what Sweden's gonna look like? I see Swiss right there. Oh, I don't know. That's not Sweden at the top, is it? What's the top one? Is that green? Is that green, Alex? Like the pizza? Hold that up there. Wes. Where are you going?
Czech.
Hold that. Don't leave. Where are you going?
Republic. Sorry,
You're looking at
here you go.
Oh, that's Czech up top.
That's the Czech Republic.
And then what's on the right?
Let's see. It's Czech Republic. It's the Swedish, and I can't remember what the other one is. Czech. There we go. So.
Okay. It's also one thing I see somebody say they absolutely love the grip and scheme. I love the grip and scheme too. What I love really is you can move now, Wes. We're good.
Okay.
Just kidding. But the grip and I love the white nose. I'm a big fan of the white nose. I don't think the original had that. The original had the all gray. I think the white nose, with the way those lines are, like I almost want to carry the white. I would like to find a scheme that gives me a white vertical, as well. But the white nose, I dig that. I think it looks clean.
I like the white bottom too.
Definitely.
The old one didn't have the white bottom either.
The original scheme was interesting. I didn't think it mattered too much in the sense of, the Gripen was a plane. I remember when I was told a Gripen was coming, I had to look it up. I didn't know what a Gripen was. It was, introduced to me through this. So I I like the original scheme for sure, and it's not that, there's no schemes I could think of on the group. I had to search it myself to find any that are, overly interesting. But it looks good, and for the most part, it'll obviously be all. Is there any decals on it when you take it out of the box, or is it all gray?
Yes. So the no steps are included on it. There are like the fire exits, the emergency openings, all those kind of nomenclatures are on it. The dangers in front of the inlets are not there because they're in different languages depending on what you put on it.
Gotcha.
The numbers on the side of the fuselage gets picked, but as far as the slime lights are already on it, those yellow decals that are around the aircraft, those are already on it. And that's about it. There's nothing really on the tail, so you get to pick whatever you want for the tail, that kind of stuff. Wings, same thing. So.
Gotcha. It looks great. I dig that. Definitely dig that scheme. Now, if you guys notice behind Wesley, might as well while we're talking planes. Wesley's has had his father working on. If you guys remember, what was it, 2 shows ago now? Wes had a birthday, and his good friend Jerry surprised him by getting him the Nexa 110-inch B-24. For those who, if you're new here, if you don't know, Wesley's grandfather was on a flight crew on a B-24 bomber in World War II, and that is the bomber. He put the livery on it, the Merry Boozers. That was the plane, so they're doing it up. And as far as Wes, you told me earlier, you've got basically all the electronics are in.
Yep.
All the electronics are in. He's just waiting on a receiver. He went with a super expensive receiver. We talked about it today. He asked me to guess how much it costs, and I guessed high, and I was halfway there. So he went nuts on that. And then they got their wings ready to go. So the goal, what I'm hoping for, is Wesley's bringing this next month to Null in the Fall, because Wesley will 100% be there for at least 5 days of the show. I'll be there for about 2 days. I want to come down, check it out. So I want to see this bad boy fly too. And is Jerry's getting completed this quickly or no?
Probably not.
Is he waiting? Is he waiting for you to have some free time?
He's waiting for me, yeah.
Because
we can only do one at a time.
It'd be great to have a double. Yeah,
we were going to
try before we get there.
Yeah, we were going to try, but I mean, it's taken a lot for Papa to get this done as quick as it is. You know what I mean? So it's not a hard kit by any means either. Anybody that's interested, we are actually going to be getting some more of these. Talked to the owners about that not too long ago, and we are getting some more of the B-24s in now. So if you're interested in this airplane, when you see them come in, don't sleep on it if you want one, because we get these in very limited quantities when we get them.
Yeah, big planes like those. I think we got 10 in on that batch, and the last batch, and they were gone within a day. And obviously Jerry took 2 of them. So you got people like that out there just waiting to snipe you on your purchase. But when it comes to big birds like that, you definitely want to, again, if you're new to the website, if you're ever on a product and it's not in stock, if there is a notify me when back in stock orange button in place of the order now button, click that. It'll put you literally on on an email list, and the second, so say a plane is out of stock and we get 75 in. If we add 75 to the website, the first 75 names get emailed immediately. So if you see that email come through, that means, other people who might be on the list might not have checked the site yet, so you have a chance to get what you need. And obviously not every product needs that, but if you're into the big planes, then you're into spending the money for the big planes, so you're into making sure you can do that when it's in stock. Do that, especially like with the Bancroft boats as well. We notice like things like the Titanic, the Missouris, they go super fast when they get on the site. And it's just, they're hard to make. They take a long time to make. They're handmade, so they can't make a lot of them mass produced. So what they get over here is awesome when we get it. You definitely want to jump on those.
Yeah, and it's been a really good little project on the B-24. The fun thing with this too is it's actually in scale to a couple of our other aircraft. So like the 262, the ME-262, which would have actually been trying to shoot these down over Germany, is kind of in scale with this.
Oh yeah. Oh, the free
12
wing's in scale to that?
Yeah,
You check the scale?
really close.
Oh.
It's real close. So yeah. So maybe
Hmm.
eventually get Jerry out there and get the 262 chasing it, maybe
I
something.
had a 262, but I put it through a wall. I would have
I
came
know.
in. I would have came in and tried to fly it down. What's going on, Floyd?
Right.
You finally made it to the show. What's going on, man?
Yeah,
How are
there's
you?
a couple other planes that are kind of close to it. I think the B-25 is pretty close to it in scale, so that'd be a
Smoky
fun one
Mountain
too.
RC. Yep. Oh yeah, Smoky Mountain RC. I think he flies in Tennessee. And we got to get that BD Tennessee guy. Yeah, people love the vol. People calling the vols out like crazy for the orange.
Yep.
It did look good though with the blue accents. Like if you like when you've just put
It
the
actually
canopy
does,
on
yeah.
the the blue canopy on the orange one, like just having that amount of blue. Like if there was still orange on the rings with just a little bit of blue within it, like that's not bad. You know,
There you go.
it's a good contrast. That's why like sports teams use those two colors. You know, it's a
Yeah, it'd be funny. You could get a blue and an orange one and put your blue tail on the orange
oh
one.
yeah, you got to
There you
go
go.
nuts. It looks good.
It's kind of fun.
Eddie's loves the B-24. I bet. Who doesn't? How can you not love a nice, big, beautiful B-24? Well, while we're in, I see that Alex has the customer community queued up. So save some of your questions for those planes if you still want to ask some questions about the ones that are on Wesley's table. Save them. We can answer some more. We'll get back to those a little later in the show. But let's move on to the customer community. Now, this is just actually short today. I found, last month went through the Facebook customer community. I was pulling out pictures. I didn't get a chance to pull out any of the videos, though. I saw some videos, some cool videos shared through. But there are a couple good pics out there. This is Chris DCE. That's at least his Facebook name with an F-18. Customized. This one looked really sharp. Had like a beautiful camo on it. Ricardo, I'm guessing latest Tuesday. They're still on track to arrive between the 7th and the 10th of September, which is tomorrow to Monday. So, obviously nothing's going to ship out on the weekend. So if the container gets dropped off on Saturday, then first thing Monday morning when the warehouse guys get in, usually all pre-orders are just shipped right off the container. They don't want to bother putting them on a shelf just to then ship them out. They'll open that container. As things are getting pulled out of it, once they get to all the F-16s, they'll just start pulling them and shipping them. So anyone on the pre-order, if it arrives there Monday, latest would be Tuesday unless something dramatic happens. But we're still on time. So like I said earlier in the show, I think everybody's going to be flying their F-16s next weekend. But yeah, check out this F-18. Absolutely gorgeous. Chris, good work. Yeah,
Painted
how
landing
much more
gear
to
looked
say about
really
that?
good.
Looked really good. He went hard on that. And then where we go? We still got another one. There it is. One more. Yeah, it looks good. Good looking F-18. Now moving on. Barry.
Like the blue missiles too.
Yeah. We had a few Gripens come through. Funny. I feel like it always happens. You release a plane and then customs follow it, like as if it was timed perfectly. But he's got his super sweet looking Gripen there. But then he also did a Cougar too, Barry Canavan, like this with like the rising sun on it, on the back, the sundowner scheme. That's a absolutely beautiful livery as well with the shark mouth like that for the Cougar. So Barry Canavan looking great. And we had Bah Humbug on Facebook. He posted a picture of his F-22 and like what he wanted to do. And that's the only picture he posted of the completion. I wish he would have given us a low side shot of it. But from the top down, that's a hot looking Ace
great.
Combat. What? Oh, it's great. Tony the Tiger. You went Tony the Tiger on me, Alex. It's great. Is it an Ace Combat? You played Ace Combat. I never played it. That could probably be an Ace Combat scheme, right? Isn't it real planes, fake liveries? Am I wrong? Are you wrong? You've been around? Oh. It's a video game, jet flying video game. I think it's real planes with fake liveries or who knows. But
yep.
It looks good. It looks good. Then we had Xander Whaley. He was at a show, but I just pulled these two. He posted a lot of pics of the show, and they were a lot of your generic show picks, you know, a lot of random planes to itself. But these two were really cool, just in the sun setting at their location behind a Flightline P-38. I like that little dramatic, little action. Now, check out Rick's Jets Garage. Sometimes I feel like he's in the chat. Sometimes I've seen him in the chat, but my man likes Eurofighters. Wes, what do you think of that?
Oh, I love the Eurofighter.
Can you see it? Oh, can you even see what we're doing right now, Wes?
Oh yeah, I can see it now.
Oh, okay, you can see it. Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah, I know, he does. He loves it. And
he's got a few of them.
Twos also.
He's got a box down there.
For a while.
He's collecting V2s. I think they're all V2s too.
Yeah. It was a good airplane back then. Yeah.
Last year?
Get him some V3 game.
Back then, it's like still pretty new. Was it January of last year?
No, we're on V3 now. Those are V2s.
Oh my God, those are the old. Oh, I'm sorry. Were we really on V3?
Yeah, we're on V3 now.
Oh, so those are the not EPO. Why am I?
Yeah, the EPS, I think. Yeah.
EPS. There you go.
Yeah. Or EPP. What is
EPP.
it? Yeah, I can't remember either.
Yeah, I think it's EPP. I'm forgetting.
Super lightweight ones, though.
You know, the same as like the Skynetic Micro, same as the Su-35.
Yep.
Oh wow, I totally misread that. So now it's not as. So he was collecting once it discontinued. He was collecting old ones, but still, it's crazy and good for you. He likes.
That's a lot of them, though.
So he's got the V2 in the box down there. So at least he's doing that.
That blue tail, I love that.
If you had that many planes, Floyd, in total, or that many of the same plane? You know, when I saw this, it reminded me. I don't know if anybody in the chat has ever seen an old movie with Steve Martin, My Blue Heaven. He plays an Italian hitman in like the witness protection program. It's a comedy, but I guess he was selling like stuff on the black market, and he sells like books, and the woman's asking him, you know, why do you need 100 copies of it? Like he's trying to get out, like they caught him stealing. He's like, he's got 100 copies of the same book, and he's like, Case, I wanted to read it more than once. And it's just really funny because it's like, why do you need that many of the same plane? Well, in case I want to fly it more than once. It's sort of what you got to tell your wife when she comes in. Why do you need 5 of the same plane? In case I got to fly
I
it
need
again.
5 paint jobs.
Can't fly the same one over and over.
Every day of the week.
Then we got Colo Rolo. Just a plain old AL-37, but I liked it. I haven't seen the Motion RC AL-37 just in all its glory, with some nice pics, some nice in-air shots of it. There's another couple of AL-37s pictures that made it this week. And we got Ken Bryant. He was out there. I don't know what transmitters these are, but those look cool. But they're out there with 2 Avantis, 80mm Avantis. Nice little shot there, but the transmitters were interesting. They like match the planes.
Yeah,
here we go. Jay Custer, West. Check out this Zeus. That is the F-20 scheme on the Zeus. I dig that.
Oh man, that does look good.
Like
the
a
red
scale
and the white
scheme.
really pop.
Yeah, with the missiles on it. A little small on the missiles, I think. Maybe. I like when they go back the whole, you know, thing. But it's a solid paint scheme, and it looks, you know,
man, beautiful.
Looks really good. I dig the Zeus is a good one to paint up, man, because it is so fast. It's fun to fly. You can make it whatever you want. That's some of the fun of a sports jet. If you do want to paint them, like, who cares? They don't exist anyway. Paint them up. Then move on.
Red and white really fun.
Yeah, red and white's a good combo. You'll see that in the sky at least.
Can't see it if it's flying by a fire hydrant though.
WM, I don't know, Payregni. I've seen your name in the chat. I don't know how to say it, but Zeus is great on grass fields. It's a 90mm.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's a 90mm we make that doesn't fly off the grass. It's totally overpowered. You're gonna have no problem flying off of virtually any grass field. Perfect. What's up, Michael Holder? What's going on, man? Don't have to apologize. We gotta move on. Jagman Singh. he added a bunch of extra formation lights to his J10, customized lights.
Oh,
You can see it in the dust. Looks really good, making it pop. Cool shot there too, with a aircraft on takeoff behind him. I love these kind of slime lights. Remind me of what a lot of people were doing to their A10s and F-22s. Yeah, there it is, the F-22 with the slime lights on it with the J10. Sorry, J10, you stand no chance there.
My favorite light is still the F-22 at Joe Knoll. I'm sad that one got.
Don't talk about my. Don't mention every time I see an F-22 lit up. I'm triggered about my stolen F-22. I don't want to talk about it. How could you say that name?
How dare you?
And we got Gary Webb put together the Nexus Spitfire. Have we sent you a Nexus Spitfire? This is a recent addition to the website too, I think, from Nexa.
No, I haven't done a Spitfire yet.
It's 63 inch. I feel like it's almost the same size as the Flightline one. But
Yeah,
it looks really
nice.
good. Looks really good. I'd like to see it. I'd like to fly it in person. So that was cool to see. Oh, and there's another cool guys putting together his Black Horse MiG-29. Only posted this one shot. I think he just slipped everything on it just to get an idea of its size. But that looks really good too.
Yeah, I got to unbox one.
That would be great. Freewing, if Freewing redid the MiG digital to that kind of camo, would look cool too. I like that one.
Jerry picked one up, so you'll see one soon here.
The Black Horse MiG?
Yep, he bought one, so we're gonna unbox it here for everybody.
Of course he did.
In a few weeks, not right now, but we'll do it.
That's awesome. Victor put smaller wheels on his Zeus to make it look more scale.
There you go. How do you make a non-realistic airplane scale, though?
I like it. A non-scale aircraft is more scale with smaller wheels. Sweet.
Love it.
I want it. Deef SMT, another Gripen custom like this. See now, this scheme, replace all that light gray with white. I like the white nose on that Gripen, now that I see the other one, but do that with just some white in there. That would be really nice as well. Jeremy, what do you think about using the Radio Master receiver for fixed wing versus Spectrum? It's all preference, man. Whatever you're comfortable with, whatever's easiest for you, go that way. I don't think you could go wrong with almost anything. Have my phone, sorry. All right, moving on. Craig Kane, I think this is the end of our customer community for the most part, was out there, him and a few guys with their AL-37s, one in the motion scheme, one in a civilian scheme, and one in the P8. I think it's a P8 Poseidon. Am I wrong there? That's it.
I think you're right.
Seen a lot of people, it's a popular customization, the military customization for the AL-37, but all of them looking really good. He got some nice shots on a nice day. Really beautiful scheme here on this one. What is that, United Kingdom?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Is there an airline on it? Or is that like, I don't even know. Is that like Air Force One for the United Kingdom, for the UK? I don't even know. I assume they must have something for like Prime Minister or something must fly in something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But either way, it looks good. And then the other guy put the flight line. This I don't like. I'll admit, I don't know why they put the Flightline logo in the box for those AL-37s, but it always annoyed me for some reason because it's, they make Flightline planes. Flightlines are warbirds. I prefer the Free Wing logo, but I guess it kind of looks like a potential airline. Yeah, Flightline. Yeah. I could see why you do it, but I'm like,
should be the Free Wing.
Yeah. Oh well. All right, I think it's time, boys, to spin the wheel. So everybody, I'm going to give everybody a minute. It's 12:34, so I'll give everybody let's say till 12:36. All you have to do, leave a comment in the chat, and then that'll enter you. Could be anything. You could type a number. You could type whatever you want, and then from there, We are going to use a randomizer to pick, and then we're going to spin the wheel again. So spin the wheel and give away some prizes. RC Flying Veteran, I feel like he might have won a wheel a long time ago on one of the wheel shows. I'm not sure. Oh, you got a 2-shot of me and the wheel.
Yeah.
Look at us. Look at
that.
Look at us.
Fancy around here.
We are so super fancy. I still got Papa Dotted Corsair in the background there, Wes.
He's looking good.
Still exists.
Quality graphics.
Quality, I know, right? I've just taped it on. This, I had done something else a while ago. Like I had put these magnets on it to, then I ended up ripping it all off and it really messed up under here. So I had to do something. I sort of just left it there. But the wheel works. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. We're set to give away up to $100 of gift card money. So, while we're talking here, we're at 12:36. Do you have the screen where if you are chosen right now to be on this wheel spin, immediately to claim your prize, which will be a gift card in whatever denomination of money is on here, whether you're an EU customer or a motionrc.com customer, you want to email that name, and that'll allow us to, award you your prize. And you're going to need a free Motion RC account if you don't already have one. But do we have a winner there, Alex?
Yep.
Where are we winning?
Hold on, let me turn on my mic.
Are you serious right now? Is that who won?
It is Floyd Stanford the fourth.
Floyd Standifer the fourth, who typed big win at some point in the chat. Well, Floyd, this next spin is going to be for you. So are you in the chat? Let's see if he's in the chat. Floyd, I hope he's in the chat. He was just there. But this first spin is going to be for you. Remember, we got 2 $100 spots. That's dry erase, so that's just my terrible handwriting. I'll have to redo this.
Floyd said, "What? I won?"
Yeah, Floyd, you won. We don't know what you won yet, and then we got 2 spin again. So all the blues are what you want. Then we got 4 50s, and then the rest are $25 gift cards. So I'm gonna start us right here. And Floyd, good luck, my man. This spin's for you. Woo! Look at it go. Look at it go. Big money, big money, big money.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
No whammy, no whammy,
whammy,
no whammy, no whammy.
Oh, it's a hundo for sure.
We need some whammy. Is it? Nope. Nope.
Oh.
50? Oh,
25.
Floyd, hey, $25 gift card, Floyd. That's $25 of Motion RC money you didn't have a minute ago. So, congratulations, Floyd. Throw up that link again. Well, not a link, but that's our email address. That'll go right to me, so I'm not going to claim it right now while I'm live, but after the show, I'll send that over to our guys in the warehouse, and they'll send you out a gift card, which will come in an email. It's just a code, Floyd, so next time you're on Motion RC, you purchase something, drop in that code, and you'll get your $25 off. But congratulations. That's actually, since bringing the wheel back, that's actually the lowest we've given away so far. Third show. So, but hey, for some reason this wheel likes the hundreds a lot. There's no weights on the back of it around there, nothing on the back of it. It's just really like the hundreds. I think it was fun purchase. Spinning designs.
I know, I'm jealous.
It's fun. They had bigger ones. They had ones with just like, I gotta ask if I could get a new sticker though. This is just a sticker, I think, and then it's like dry erase. I'd rather just get a new one and redo the whole thing. I really messed it up, and ugh.
Design it up and
Is it
have
metal?
Alley printed out
just
for you.
No, it's not magnetized. Like I
just
bought
start-
magnets
yeah,
that I
magnets
glued
on
on
there.
because then I was making the panels rather than dry erase, and then it became too much. It was taking me like an hour and a half just to do the wheel for a show. I'm like, I can't do this. I'm not I'm not set up for that. Awesome. But congratulations, Floyd. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for being a customer if you are. And if not, you're going to be. So that's awesome. But cool deal. So we can move on to our Q&A portion. I mean, it's only 12:40, guys. We really mostly have this week. We've been, Wes and Lori, they've been so busy with the 2 planes that he's got in front of you, the plane behind him. Alex and I have been busy with other things, some ground stuff that we can't even show you yet. Wes is working on some air stuff that he can't show you yet. So, we don't have a lot. I don't have anything on my side to play with here today. So we could just sort of ride out the next 20 minutes with some questions. If you guys want to talk Orange Zeus, you want to talk Blue Zeus, you want to talk Griffin, whatever you want to talk about, throw the comments. If not, we'll get out here early. General RC, if I want the Hellcat, is there an electric version?
Yep.
Which
You
Hellcat?
can get the Nexa.
Yeah, the
you
Nexa,
could get a
the
Nexa
Nexa
Hellcat
Hellcat.
and then put the electric GP10 on it.
Yeah, that's it.
There's actually a video on Motion RC of that airplane on electric, if you wanted to see it.
And I have a really funny video of that plane overpowered with too big a motor. And what do they call it again? I forget it.
It fluttered.
The flutter, the whole tail section. I put, when we first got that plane in, I think we had recommended the wrong motor. 17cc was the recommendation. And I mean, I just got that thing to fit, a gasser. Just got it to fit. And like, I don't know, I'm gas noob, and I took it up. It got to the point like I couldn't even get either the engine would idle and the plane would move forward, or it would just not work. And I said, you know what, the heck with it. If I can get it to, I'm gonna fly it. I went for it. So I did like my first pass full throttle, and the whole tail section fluttered. We had it out. We slowed down the video, and it was like Flappy Bird. And it did it for like a second. It sounded. I was like, was that the motor? We didn't know what happened, and I managed to land it. Wes took it, converted it, and figured it all out. But yeah, when we went back into the footage, yeah, don't overpower it. That's not a good thing. But it's perfect when it's flown with the right thing. Ooh, Batworks Aero. What are you guys most excited about at Motion RC? Least excited about? Wow. Most excited about? Wes, do you have an answer off the top of your head? What are you most excited about?
Can't talk about it.
You can't be most excited about the stuff we can't talk about. That usually tends to be the case. Least excited about? I don't know what's there not to be excited about. I guess Legos. I don't know. Like I see new Legos come on the site. I'm not all that excited for, but I like the Kobe bricks.
Legos are still fun, but yeah.
Yeah, like it's just not what I think of when I go there, but that's it. When is the Motion RC Concorde coming out? In the future. You heard it here first. In the future. The Motion RC Concorde will be coming.
There you go.
Floyd said the email's been sent. Thank you, sir. I'll check it as soon as this show is over. I'll check it out. So hopefully you'll get that email with the code today. Worst case, Monday. It'll come out. Just depends on how busy the guys are at the warehouse when the guy who does that at the warehouse checks his email and, sends it over. So hang tight there. But again, thank you so much, Floyd. What do we got?
What retracts
did
you install in the Nexa P47? I used the Nexa retracts in that airplane, actually.
Which retracts?
We have the actual Nexa brand retracts, and that's what I use.
Yep. For the most part, guys, I know it's a little boring, but we do almost every plane. We show you plane. We've got to fly it on the stuff if it's a balsa plane. We're gonna build it with the stuff we're recommending for you to build it with. There might be other parts from other places that might be better here and there when it comes to balsa, or different and might fit. We're not gonna get into that. We're certainly not gonna be sitting here talking about stuff we don't sell to put in planes we do sell. We got to show the products as is. Then we might have some fun with it. Like now that you got the Orange Zeus out, now we can go have fun. Once you get the videos on the F-16 with it ADAS, with all the stock stuff, then you can go do some fun things. Hey, I put these parts in it, or I did something. We might get around to that, but lately barely have time for that.
F-16s are shipping.
Stuff coming. F-16s are shipping. notices Jameson. Jameson might as well work here.
Yeah.
He knows what's happening before I know what's happening.
That's true.
So I'm gonna believe Jameson's hype train. I'm gonna go all in on it.
Jameson would not.
And say
He would not mislead us.
and say Jameson would not mislead
He would
us.
never.
Alex. All right. Now I feel like The Office when he drives into the lake because he followed the GPS.
Right turn now.
Right turn now. But that's really funny.
Michael Holder keeps asking in the chat. I've seen him ask about 3 times.
Oh, I need to replace my fueling tube on the nose of my Cougar. Can't
We sell
find
it,
the parts on the website. Can you help?
I'm going to drop it
Absolutely.
in the chat for you right now.
All right, Michael. He's Wes will help you out there. I forget, does Cougar have one of those like? Is it like the? What's the one that had the big? A4 has a big one, right? That big fueling probe.
Yeah, it's got a big refueling tube that comes
Oh
off.
yeah, that goes on the nose.
Yep.
I like it without that, but yeah.
You get 2 options in the box, so you can do it either way.
You can always go
Yeah,
get
just a regular.
dowels too and just paint them up. You know, if you don't even like the plastic. I know with a lot of free wing planes back in the, I'd always broke the pitot tube, like the little pointy part that's on the front of a lot of the noses of the jets. I can't. Even when I try, the more I try not to break them, the more I end up breaking them. So I would just end up, I would buy the bags of the bamboo skewers at the supermarket that you use
Yep.
for like, skewing food, shish kebabs, things like that. Get those and just paint them up whatever color, but then you could stick those in there. The only thing it turns your plane into a bit more of a death trap. Like I remember I had
Right.
my Bayhawk had one on there and I'm like, ooh, if that ever just went nose into flesh, it would be,
I like
it
that
would
on
get
a lot
pretty
of our
dark
newer
pretty
airplanes.
fast. What?
On a lot of our newer planes, like the Griffin, you don't
Yeah.
actually glue them in though. So like when I travel with them, I always just pop them off now.
Yeah.
Like this guy just comes right out. And
Yeah.
a lot, but it's nice now that there's these plastic inserts where you can take them on and off so you don't tear them up. Same thing like on the top here, this big one here just pops out. I've liked that change on a lot of the newer airplanes.
The lights on the orange Zeus make it look like a Goldfinger Zeus. That's so funny. That's true. James, have you been flying new helicopters MRC has? I've been flying a lot of the Flywing and rotor scale, like the GPS ones and the smaller ones. I've never put together a Roban. I have no interest in even attempting to fly a big heli the standard way. If they put that GPS into one of those big bad boys, I'm in, because I really enjoy flying the helis with the drone technology. Makes it feel like it's a DJI drone. And I always see people in the comments talk about, oh, it's not really flying. I don't care. It's easy to fly, and it makes it so much more fun. And I feel
agree.
so
I
much
actually
more
really enjoy it.
confident, especially with scale helis. Like, again, I have no interest in 3D planes. I have no interest in 3D helis. Personally, I would never even attempt to begin to fly like that. Not for me. Scale, nothing looks better than a scale heli just flying, and the GPS makes the helis do that stuff. Like you can fly, point your nose, and just feel confident. So yeah, I really dig like all these 220s that we've been coming out with, the Seahawk, the Coast Guard one. We got more of those on the way for sure. I really like them because they look so good. And then you also get like a really nice carrying case and like everything you need for it. Like they're easy to store and have, and then they look really good. Yeah, there it is. Mine's down here. I got a couple of them down there.
Man,
But
the
yeah.
white style.
I dig those. The rotor scales are really nice. I like them. I do have, that's another thing. I have a couple more of those that we've got to film that I can't talk about till they're ready. So yeah, we got some fun stuff. I really like that advancement with the helis, making them easier. It's like, I could fly, I could go get a car manual stick and I had one when I was young because it was a cool thing to do. But in reality, when you're sitting in traffic with a manual, you're like, why? Why am I doing this? If automatic exists, you get automatic. That's the way it sort of feels to me. Like, I understand there was an old way to do it, but new technology is awesome, and it makes it really nice and comfortable. If you still want to go,
And
Accessible.
if
the
you
nice
want to,
thing
and
is we offer
accessible.
both options.
Yeah,
If somebody wants to
accessible.
go
I always felt
full,
like helis were the least
go for it.
accessible of the hobby because because they don't even glide. At least a plane you have a chance if you have a motor issue or this to at least save the thing. Helis is like if you're fighting gravity and your plane has no air and your aircraft has no aerodynamics, so something happens, it's gone, and you just have to deal with it. So I was really excited. I like those a lot. I'm always excited to get them, and I can't wait till it just gets to the point where, get it into some bigger things. Imagine for like $9.99 if they could have a 600 size heli ready to fly with GPS and the ability for guys to fly it the normal, the old way, how they like to. But to have that option there, you might make a lot of people go, ooh, I always wanted a nice scale heli. As long as the scale is there and the detail's there and it looks great on its own, and I think you have a market there. It'll be fun. I was wondering, you think they could make a heli out of foam? Like the shell, the body? Like, I guess it wouldn't matter. Most of the money's in the mechanics. I guess the bodies are probably the cheapest part. But when we look at the Roban kits, some of the kits are just the bodies and they go for a few hundred. You probably
because they're fiberglass. Yeah.
But I'm sure you could probably fit that in a foam, like a free wing type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Like the
It went
EPO
backwards.
would look,
started with helis and moved to planes.
If it looks good enough for the planes, why wouldn't it look good enough on a heli? James Funny, I got the F1 with modified bodies on them. Then the factory started building scale helicopters. That's, Flywing did that. And the first one had the weird, like the white skids on that, was it on the Apache? Or the Airwolf?
It was on the Huey.
It was on the Huey. It looked a little awkward.
Yeah.
They didn't get the gear right on their first round, but then they got better.
Yep.
They wised up and put it in there. I went backwards, started with helis and moved to planes. That makes sense. What I love about these helis too, because at 220, the ready to flies, they're more significant to see. But yeah, obviously with the heli, you could still fly it in such a tight space. I could take it right outside my court and have fun with it. I could take it in my backyard, have fun with it. Take it to the park and have fun with it. That's another great thing about helis. They don't need a lot. They don't need too much space. So that's good. John VHRC is building a 700 size Roban MD500 now. Everybody loves the MD500. It's like that blue one, that red one. It's funny, that's not my favorite heli body design. Not to, I know a lot of people like it. I like the big, I want a door to open up, and a machine gun hanging out the side of it. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, if I ever do it, I want a 700 size Huey. That'd be
I want Jesse the Body Ventura putting on makeup in the Predator heli as they're heading to the jungle. That's what I want. Yeah. Awesome. What time is it now? 12:53. Any other, what are you guys flying? Anybody maidening anything new this weekend? Because now I know somebody might be maidening their F-16 on Sunday if the shipping notice went out today. I'm
probably be going out to people too.
Yeah, I'm in Georgia. If I order something from the warehouse, they send it to me the same way everybody else gets it. If I order something on Tuesday, if it ships out Tuesday, I get it Thursday. So, sometimes things have shipped out Friday and I'll get it Sunday if it's UPS or FedEx. So, there are people who are even closer who might, going to be getting their plane.
Drive into the warehouse.
Yeah, somebody's on their way there right now. Somebody's like, get it to me right now. Patrinsic Brothers, what's up, man? There's always room for one more plane. Big salute to all the RC lovers here from Slovenia. What's going on? I will maiden an e-flite P39. Been building it for months. Nice. Good for you. Good luck with the maiden, Daniel. Speaking of an old technology, an old Saab Draken from the 50s, they had problems with super stall. They came up with a super solution. Sharp object on the joystick and shake function when stalling. The pilot released the control stick immediately and save the plane. Interesting, like autopilot or like a gyro? Is that what the function was? little hard in chat like that to fully get it. That's super cool. 105 F16 now benign bowling the 90 millimeter. Yeah, I think everyone's gonna enjoy it, man. Vic, you're doing. Oh, you want a quad 70 47 70 millimeter? That's what he wants.
What?
I feel like if they went with is that something you want? Is that something you're hoping for? I think if there was an AL 47, I would guess it would probably be 64 millimeters because the twin is 70s already. 470s might be a little juiced out. I don't know about scale either. I feel like, yeah, if they did an AL47, the scale would actually go down because I don't think the size would be much different, because then you'd put 64s on it, so all the nozzles are a little smaller. So the overall scale, I don't know, because a lot of it comes down, what can they fit in a box that's worth it enough to make them, That's a big part of these planes that, you always see, but they should make this, they should make that. A lot of it are those box sizes. I remember we got a couple of years back, I think it was a Corsair, that box came out to be an inch bigger than it was supposed to be. It was like a mistake or something, and that cost X amount in each container that went out because that inch, it was I think the box for the Corsair is bigger than the AL37 box, if you believe it. It's got to fit in there the right way too, so, so much logistics involved. Pavel, I made in the Avio C-130 this morning. Prop exploded on initial climb out. Did you save the plane? Motion RC stuff is much better quality. Sorry to hear that. That C-130 is cute. I like that one. I liked it in the Blue Angels scheme. What do they call it? The Blue Angels? What did it?
Fat Albert.
Fat Albert. That's it. Hey. Hey. Yeah, no Bill Cosby jokes here. Jeff and Laura Mammal, what's going on, man? Great show. Thank you. We try. Not too hard, but we try. Going back to work, pilots. EQ, have fun at work. We got to do that too. Quad 64 millimeter C5 Galaxy. Oh, he's just throwing names out there now.
Right.
Oh, John Greco, we do a great job when it comes to shipping. Thank you. Some agree and some don't. Like everyone, there are people out there who hate UPS. There are people out there who hate FedEx and love the other one. People who hate DHL. There's only we got 4 options. We're kind of at the mercy of all of them. We need a Grumman F11F Super Tiger in 80 or 90 millimeter. Be a nice one. Still waiting to see a 1600 millimeter adversary plane from Flightline. Michael, I salute you, sir.
That's what I want.
I'm still waiting for it too. Feel like we're going to be waiting for a while, unfortunately. Great show, folks. See you next time, and be well. You too, WM. I'm just saying WM unless you want to give me a name that I can say in the chat. Cool, yeah. Minor damage only to the Hero spare props. What was that? Oh, to the Herc spare props. And they're not in stock. And there's no ETA. I get that. Yeah, I get it. You still work there. It happens. It happens. AJ, what's going on? So WM is AJ. I will not remember that for the next show, but I'll try my best. I will try my best for sure. Well, it's 12:58. Wesley, you're working this weekend or no?
Yeah, I probably will be out tomorrow doing some flying, and we're gonna have a day off next Friday and have fun then. But
hey, I didn't say you could have a day off. You don't get any days off. What is this?
I'm gonna put it in. We're gonna
day off stuff. What are you talking about?
Until then, we're gonna be flying this weekend. And I got some
Skip better be gluing airplanes right now. He's old enough and ready.
Try to get him over here on the assembly line.
Small hands are good for soldering.
Yeah, small hands good for the detailed parts. Get him going.
Oh man, I am pretty pumped. We're getting closer every day to Skip being able to really start doing RC. He's in love with the Hobby Plus crawlers right now, and This is just a fun dad thing for anybody that has kids at home, man. When you can finally start playing RC with your kids, he's starting to get it. Oh, it's dangerous. It makes you spend a lot of money.
Yeah,
He got a
kids
smart
tend to
card
do that.
set this week.
Kids tend
Yeah.
to do that. They tend to make you
Yeah.
buy stuff that you wouldn't normally buy.
It's
And a
even
lot
worse
of
when
it.
you work at the place that makes the toys.
Yeah. That's terrible. Terrible for you. Well, all right, guys. I think
Yeah.
we're going to call it there. It is 1 p.m. on this awesome Friday to open up September. Next month, October 4th, Joe Knoll in the Fall kicks off that day, that Friday the 4th. I was talking to Wes about this. He was thinking of showing up Monday. I might try to get him there Saturday. Oh, anyone here been to Knoll in the Fall? It's been a few years for me, but I was always under the impression the first weekend, like with Joe Knoll, it's always Friday to the following Sunday, they say on the dates, or the following Saturday. That first weekend's always the biggest thing, right? I mean, I always felt people show up Friday, big show Saturday, the big noontime demos that Sunday, and then all the people who hang out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, like, you know, it dies out. And then Friday gets big, and there's like a barbecue, and then usually that second Saturday, most of the people clear out. Because first weekend, Jameson's saying, that's what I was telling
Okay.
Wes, because Wes wanted to
Good
show up
remember.
Monday and stay till like Sunday. I'm like, nobody's going to be there Sunday morning by the time you leave. Like, if I'm going to go, I was hoping Wes should get there Friday when it opens. I'll meet you there Saturday morning. We'll have fun Saturday, all day Sunday, you know, and then you can hang till Friday or Thursday, you know, if you want to stay with Skip
Yeah.
and hang. I'll come home, but that's what I think. Second Saturday is pack-up day, and they don't let you fly the second Sunday. Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay. Well,
That was right. So if
Maybe
we're
we'll
gonna
move
do,
it
so
around
that's
a
why I
little
like. So then we might technically be able to do the live show. Like if you did the live show here, Wes, like even if you were in Florida, or if you drove, what if you drove up and did the live show here in Georgia and then continued on to Knoll?
maybe. We'll just have to look at it after the fact.
We'll have to look at it. Okay,
We'll
'cause
plan and look.
that could happen, and then
Good.
you know, but yeah, the fun. And actually, one thing I want to do, and that's the other thing I'll put out to you. So like Jameson, if you're gonna stop by, I want to go. My plan is to try to fit 6, 7, 8 of these Bancraft ships. I'm coming with the boats, and I want to put a bunch of them in the lake, and I just want to hand transmitters to people. So you know, I plan on at least bringing 3 or 4 of the American ships. Maybe the Japanese Navy I got, maybe the Bismarck. I want to try to bring like probably all the 200 scale ones that fit. I would love to we have no video of like 6, 7, 8 of these ships on the water together, and anyone can drive them. So I would love to do that at Knoll in the Fall in a month. So if you're going to be around, probably that Saturday, we'll announce, I guess, on the live show, because we might do the live show we could do it from Knoll in the Fall, we could do it from here. It might just be me that Friday, because you might be driving. We don't know yet, but or we do it the week after. But yeah, that's what's going on next week. So next month. So if you're around and you want to do it, I'll try to put an announcement on something. But you can meet us down at the dock, and if anything, I could hand you a transmitter on one of these Bancroft ships if you've never, you know, had some fun with them. They're pretty cool, and we could do that down at the lake on hopefully a beautiful, cool Joe Knoll in the Fall morning or something, or evening. That'll be awesome. And Wes might have the B-24 ready to go by then. That's what we're hoping. We'll have the orange Zeus, the blue Zeus, the 80mm Gripen. We might have the F-16 there, and we might have So, you know,
Exactly.
that's what's going on. That's what's going on next month. I don't know if my mic cut out, but, you know, we're going to have some fun there. But, guys, that's going to do it. I'm rambling. It's 1:05. Have yourselves a great fall weekend. It smells like fall. Football. Enjoy it this weekend. And we will see you next week with more videos, more fun, more excitement. And as always, guys, like and subscribe. Bye-bye.